But in our previous video में what we have seen कि how to classify the element. For the classification of the element, the first person is Lavoisier, and he tried to classify the element by making the sound. Suppose one of the element will make a sonorous sound on the one of the stone, then that element will come under the category of a metal, and if it does not make any sonorous sound, it will come under the category of a non-metal. The second person, his name is Dobenius. He has given the trading system. Trade is called as a grouping of three elements. Grouping of three elements means any vertically arranged three element will be called as a trade, but one condition is there. Condition is that atomic weight of the first one and atomic weight of the third one. Means if we will take the average of atomic weight of the first and atomic weight of the third, we should get the atomic weight of the middle element, either that value exactly equal or it is nearly same. That means that grouping of three elements will be considered as a trade, right? And once we know these are the group come under the trade, and we know the property of the first element, then the element which is kept under that element will have a similar properties, right? And but limitation is there. In the Dobenius, it is applicable only for element having lower atomic weight. If you want to try to classify the element having the higher atomic weight, then this grouping of the three element cannot be seen. Another one is Newland. He came as gave the name of the law called as a Newland law of octaves. Actually, Newland, he is given his classification based on the 8 notes of the music. But as we know, in the 8 notes of the music, the pronunciation of first letter is sa, then re, ga, ma, pa, the. Again the 8th letter will come as a sa. So pronunciation of first one and pronunciation of 8th one both are same. That means according to Newlands, the element, the first element will have a similar property as that of the 8th element, and he tried to classify element based on that one. But it is also applicable for the element having lower atomic weight. After that, after this one, another person, fourth one, his name is Lothermeyer, and he has given his atomic volume curve. But in atomic volume curve, it was seen that key element which are occupying the peak of the curve are the 1A group element. Element which are occupying the ascending position of the curve, that is called as halogens. And element which is occupying descending position of the curve, they are the alkaline earth metal. Right? A limitation here also we are having. It is applicable for the element having lower atomic weight. Come for the another fifth person who tried to classify the element, and his name is a Dmitry Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev, and he has given Mendeleev. He tried to classify the element, and he has given the table called as a Dmitry Mendeleev periodic table. And but the Dmitry Mendeleev periodic table is also be called as a short form of the periodic table. It will be called as a short form of the periodic table. He arranged elements, but when he tried to arrange the element, only 63 element was available. So he tried to classify 63 elements. He tried to classify 63 elements. He arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic weight. He arranged all these elements, elements in increasing order of their atomic weight. But how he arranged all these elements? So while arranging the element, he has arranged the element in a 8 vertical column. But these 8 vertical column are called as a group. See, actual में it is a 8 vertical column, but do you know our NCERT will write that it is having a 9 vertical column. So why this kind of the confusion is there? Because we know when Mendeleev tried to arrange the element, that time noble gases was not available, but NCERT is saying that noble gases was available. So it is for our confusion, So 8 vertical columns are called as a groups. But NCERT says that he arranged all these elements in a 9 vertical column, and we can call it as a group. So always prefer the NCERT, not the actual thought what we are having. So Dmitry Mendeleev, he arranged elements in a 8 instead of 8 vertical column, what to say beta, 9 vertical column, and he arranged elements in a 7 horizontal rows, and these 7 horizontal rows are called as a what beta, 7 horizontal rows are called as a periods, called as a periods. So what we understood here, he arranged all element in increasing order of their atomic weight. Only 63 element was available that time when he is trying to classify, and he arranged all these elements in a 9 vertical column according to NCERT, called as a group, and 7 horizontal rows called as a period. But a 9 vertical column called as a group, in that one, this each group is subdivided into 2 group. I'll write this point beta. Each group is subdivided into two subgroups. What is that 2 subgroups? You know, that is A and B. But a subgroup A and B means whatever the groups come under the A group, that all the group of the element will be called as a normal elements. Means element comes under the group A are called as a normal element, or we can call it as a representative elements. That means element which come under the group A are called as a normal or representative element, but the element comes under the group B are called as a transition elements, right? Acha, when he tried to subdivide a group into subgroup A and B, that is, he subdivided this group from where beta? From group number 1 to group number 7. Up to group number 1 to 7, he subdivided into 2 group A and B. Means, suppose I am having group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, 6 and 7. But even group 8 is also available, and even group 0 is available. According to NCERT, 9 groups are there. Beta, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. But he subdivided group 1 to 7 into 2 group, that is A and B. Up to here beta, this up to here means it is having group A and B. It is also having beta group A and B. It is having group A and B. A, B, A, B. This 7th to 6th one A, B. 7th one beta A and B. Remaining group, this is a 8 group, is having total how many? 9 element. What is that beta? Fe, iron, cobalt, nickel. So all these 9 elements kept under the group 8, and 0 group is a noble gases. So whatever the element comes under the group A beta, that all the elements will be called as a what? Normal elements, or it should be called as a representative. And element which comes under the group B are called as a what? Transition elements. But in this one, Dmitry Mendeleev periodic table mein, we are having some merits are there, and we are having some demerit. But a merit is that he is able to classify all 63 elements in the periodic table. The first point. Second point beta, while arranging the element, right beta, while arranging the elements in the periodic table, he corrected the atomic weight of the few elements. He corrected atomic weight of few elements. Example I will tell you beta. He corrected the atomic weight of beryllium, uranium, right, platinum, indium. Now in this one I want to go with the example of beryllium. But when correcting the atomic weight of few element, he is having the formula. What is that? Atomic weight of the element is equal to valency of that element should be multiplied with the equivalent weight of that element. But if we know the valency and equivalent weight, multiply it, will get the atomic weight. But it was seen that initially, not now, initially it was seen that beryllium is the element whose valency is a 3. Initially I am talking, actually it is wrong beta. And beryllium is the element whose equivalent weight is what? 4.5. Now beta, based on this valency 3 and equivalent weight 4.5, can you find out what is the atomic weight of beryllium? Sir, valency 3, equivalent weight is 4.5. That means 5 into 3, 15, 12. It becomes 13.5 is the atomic weight of beryllium. And we know beta, it is a lithium, then it is a boron, because I am not writing beryllium here. Lithium, then carbon, then nitrogen. You know, atomic weight of lithium is 7, boron is 10, carbon is 12, nitrogen is 14. And you know, atomic weight of beryllium is showing 13.5, means you have to keep in between carbon and nitrogen somewhere. But as we know beta, carbon is a non-metal, nitrogen is a non-metal, and beryllium is a metal. Metal cannot be placed in between two non-metal. So Mendeleev corrected the atomic weight of beryllium, and he says that no, beryllium valency is equal to +2, is +2, and equivalent weight is beta 4.5. And now he is able to determine the atomic weight of beryllium. What is that? Valency 2, equivalent weight 4.5, atomic weight of beryllium is now beta, it is equal to 9. And we know beta, beryllium atomic weight is 9, and 9 can be placed in between lithium and boron. In such a way beta, he is able to correct the atomic weight of few elements in the periodic table, and he is able to place that element in a particular positions in the periodic table by increasing order of atomic weight, right? By the increasing order of atomic weight. But based on that, he tried to classify, and he has given his law called as a Mendeleev periodic law. But he has given the Mendeleev periodic law, and what is that? Ki Mendeleev periodic law says that if the elements are arranging in the increasing order of their atomic weight, physical and chemical property of the element after certain interval of time. So I should say the physical and chemical properties, the physical and chemical properties, physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic functions. But a periodic function means physical and chemical properties are repeated, are periodic functions of their atomic weight. Means if the elements are arranged in an increasing order of their atomic weight, then the physical and chemical properties are repeated at certain interval of time, or at the periodic functions mein the properties will be repeated. So now point number 3 beta, in the merits of this Mendeleev periodic table. So what is the first one? He is able to classify all 63 elements in the periodic table. Second merit, we can say he corrected the atomic weight of few element. And now point number 3, what is that? While arranging the elements in the periodic table beta, he left some gap in the periodic table. He left some gap in periodic table by saying that in future, if any element will discovered, that element will be placed in that particular gap, and that element will have a following properties. And he called that element as a Eka. He left some gap in the periodic table and called it as what? Eka, E-K-A. For example, he left the gap under the boron, and he called Eka boron. But nowadays, that Eka boron will be called as a what? Scandium, and denoted as a Sc beta. But another element which is kept under the aluminium. So now one of the element which is kept under the element, he left some gap under the aluminium, and now it will be called as a what? Gallium, and it is symbol as a Ga. So beta, Eka boron called as a scandium, Eka aluminium called as a gallium, and Eka silicon called as a germanium. Eka silicon will be called as a germanium, whose symbol will come as a Gc. But one of more element is there called as a manganese, and this Eka manganese will be called as a technetium, and this technetium symbol will be taken as a Tc. See beta, he left this gap. For example, I will show you. It is a aluminium, and he left a gap under the aluminium, and he called it as a what? This gap will be called as a Eka, and it is under the aluminium. So this gap will be called as a Ika aluminium, but now it was discovered here as a what? Gallium. Ika aluminium called as a gallium. Ika silicon called as a germanium. I'll show beta. Under the silicon he left some gap and he called this gap it as a what? Ika silicon, but now it was discovered here as a what? Germanium. So he left some gap in the periodic table by calling the word as a Ika. Ika means under it. Ika means under it, and this will be called as a what? Ika boron is a scandium. Ika aluminium is a gallium. Ika silicon called as a germanium, and Ika manganese called as a technetium. But after all these merits of the Mendeleev periodic table, some demerits are there in its periodic table. But what is the demerits? The demerit means, first of all, there will be no position for isotopes. But there will be no position for isotopes where in periodic table. But in the periodic table, it does not have any positions for the isotopes in the. For example, I'll show you. This is a 1H1 called as a what? Protium. Then it is a 1H2 called as a what? Deuterium. And one more isotope of hydrogen is beta 1H3. It is called as a tritium. Beta you can see atomic weight of hydrogen is 1, 2 and 3. Beta we cannot place a deuterium on the second group element, and we cannot place a tritium as a third group, because here they all are the same hydrogen but different atomic weight. So according to this Mendeleev, as he arranged the element in the increasing order of atomic weight, based on that concept we cannot place protium in a one group, deuterium on the second and tritium on the third. So I should say, or we should say that there is a no position for isotope in the periodic table. That is the first demerit. Second beta, the position of the hydrogen is still uncertain. Position of hydrogen in periodic table is uncertain. Why? Beta you know that hydrogen की valency +1 as well as hydrogen valency -1. But when the hydrogen will have the valency -1, the hydrogen will be called as a what? Hydride ion. And element having the valency +1 will be placed on a 1A group element, and when the element having valency -1 will be placed on a 7th A group element. But when hydrogen will have a valency +1, it resembles its property just like a what? Alkali metal. Means whatever the property given by the alkali metal, same property was resembling by hydrogen. When hydrogen has a valency as a -1 beta, then it will resemble its properties with whom? That is with the halogen. So what to say? We can place the hydrogen in the periodic table at the first position, or we can place it at the top of the fluorine, that is on the 7th A group. So still the position of hydrogen was uncertain. That is a demerit. But a point number 3, while arranging the element in the periodic table, beta, some pair of elements in the periodic table, some pair of elements does not obey, beta does not obeys Mendeleev periodic law. Beta does not obey Mendeleev periodic law. What is the Mendeleev periodic law? That arrangement of the element in increasing order of their atomic weight. I'll show you one example. But this is a sodium, then magnesium, then aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and I will write here as argon and potassium. See here, atomic weight 23, 24, 27, 28, 31, 32, 35.5, 40 and then 39. See beta, this is a pair of element argon and potassium that they does not follow the Mendeleev periodic table law. What is that? After 32, 35, after 35 beta 40, and after 40 39. Means what does it shows? 40 to 39 beta atomic weight decreases. Such pair of elements are called as a anomalous pair. Such pair of element which does not obey Mendeleev periodic law are called as a anomalous pair. Beta, how many anomalous pair are there in the periodic table? 4 anomalous pair are there. What is that beta? I'll show you. argon and potassium is a one of the pair, it does not follow Mendeleev periodic law. Then tellurium and iodine, then beta cobalt and nickel, and thorium and proactinium. These are the four pair of the element. Beta we can remember in this way also. ARK means Amir Khan, Teri Ichha, Coke Nahi, Thanda Pani. In Hindi they used to call beta Amir Khan, Teri Ichha, Coke Nahi, Thanda Pani. These are the four pair of element called as the anomalous pair, and this is the anomalous pair present in the periodic table. What is that anomalous pair means? It is a pair of element, it does not follow beta Mendeleev periodic law. What is the Mendeleev periodic law? That element should be arranged in the increasing order of their atomic weight. This is the third one, demerit of Mendeleev periodic table. But now fourth important demerits of this periodic table. That is the fourth point. What is the fourth point? Like element plays in different group. Like elements plays in different group, because we know beta, if the elements are having a similar property, they must come under the similar group. But here like element plays in a different group. For example beta, PT is a platinum, AU is a gold. Beta gold will come under the 1B and PT platinum come under the 8th group element. And do you know what is the similar property in both? These both are the noble metals. Gold and platinum are the noble metal. But what is mean by noble metal? These are the metal that does not react with acid as well as bases. So as both the metals does not react with acid and bases, so they are called as a noble metal, and both are having similar property, so both must come under the similar group, but they both are placed in a different group. So it is a demerit of Mendeleev periodic table. And last one beta, unlike element means, what is mean by unlike element beta? Element having different properties. Unlike element placed in similar group. If it is an unlike element, definitely they should place on a different group, but they place in a similar group. For example beta 1, 1 may it is having subgroup A and B. Beta A and B may lithium is there, sodium is there, potassium is there, rubidium and cesium. And here I can say beta copper, silver and gold. Beta property of sodium and property of copper are different from each other. Both are metal, but property of copper and sodium differ, because we are able to make the coin of the copper, but we are unable to make the coin of the sodium. As both are the metal, but we are able to make the alloy or the coins of the copper, but we are unable to make the coins or the alloy of the sodium. Hence we can say these are the group element, they are having different property, but they place on the similar group. That is one more demerit. And the last important demerit is that Mendeleev does not know the cause of periodicity. But he cannot know or he cannot tell about cause of periodicity. But what is mean by cause of periodicity means why the properties of the element are repeated after certain interval of time. Example beta lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Then coming sodium, property repeated. Then magnesium, property of magnesium with the beryllium repeated. Aluminium, property of aluminum repeated with the boron. In such a way, after certain interval of the time, properties of elements are repeated. Why that repetition of property called as a periodicity, but Mendeleev don't know what is the cause of that periodicity. He arranged the element in increasing order of atomic weight, no doubt, but he don't know why the properties of the elements are repeated after certain interval of time. That is also come under the demerits of the Mendeleev periodic table, right? But till here we have seen, right? In our next class I am going to discuss with you the modern periodic table, because these are the limitations for the Dmitry Mendeleev periodic table. This all limitation was rectified by the Moseley by giving his modern periodic table. That one we'll see in our next class. But now this all the part which one we discussed, demerits and all. Now this all the demerit which one we got in the Mendeleev periodic table, it was rectified by Moseley, and that part we'll see in our next class, right? Thank you beta, thank you very much. Take care, bye.